Hi everybody, I am Heba Izzat. In this video, I am going to compare disruptive and sustaining technologies. And also I'm going to explain how the internet and the 3Ws caused business disruption. Finally, I'm going to describe e-business and its associated disadvantages. To understand the fierce competition facing companies and business organizations in information age, let's talk about Polaroid. Polaroid was founded in 1937, produced the first instant camera in the late 1940s. Polaroid was considered as a first mover in photography industry. The company went public and it was one of the most prominent enterprises in Wall Street. However, in 2002 the stock dropped and the company declared bankruptcy. How could this happen to Polaroid? One of the most explanations related to the competitive advantages is that the company failed to follow Porter's 5 force models in order to analyze the threat of substitutes. There were two substitutes for their industry, which were 1-hour film processing and digital camera. These two substitutes stole the market from Polaroid. What happened to Polaroid, which is facing bankruptcy after being one of the first movers in the market, may happen to any business organization that fail to satisfy customer needs in the long run. This phenomena is known in business organizations as digital Darwinism. Digital Darwinism implies that organizations that cannot adapt to the new demand placed on them for surviving in the information age are doomed to extinction. So any company that cannot satisfy the needs for their customers, the continuous updating needs of their customers at the long run, will fail the competition and will run out of business. In order to compare between disruptive and sustaining technology, we need to understand each one of them. Disruptive technology is a new way of doing things that initially doesn't meet the needs of existing customers. Disruptive technologies tend to open new markets and destroy old ones. Clear examples of disruptive technologies are Apple, which created iPod, iPhone, and iPad. We have also IBM, which created the microcomputers and personal computers. At the beginning, the computer was initiated in form of a mainframe. Mainframe was contained a very big room. It required a large space to be placed on, and it was very expensive. Only large institutions could obtain this kind of computing. Of course, IBM made it possible that any person can use his own personal computer. Intel initiated the microprocessors, and of course Microsoft is a very clear example of disruptive technology by providing internet-based computing, operating system software, SQL, and all the Microsoft software package all of us are using for document processing such as Word, spreadsheet processing such as Excel, building databases using Access database, and so on. And of course, another clear example of disruptive technology is Sony, which provided transistor-based consumer electronics. So in disruptive technology, a company aims to initiate, to create new need for products. Okay, they are initiating the need for new products, new innovation, new services provided to their customers. On the other hand, sustaining technology produces an improved product consumers are eager to buy, such as faster car or larger hard drive. Sustaining technologies tend to provide us with better, faster, and cheaper products in established markets. So in sustaining technology, the product already exists, but the company is trying to provide their customers with new enhanced products. If you have a manual car, the next generation will be automatic car. If you have a car with the transparent glass, in the next generation you will obtain a car with different configurations. So the product already exists. What is the aim of sustaining technology is to enhance this project by putting additional options and configurations. This is totally different from disruptive technology. In disruptive technology, the company initiate or innovate a new product or service that doesn't exist in the market. So by this way, they are opening new markets for new customers to enter to the market and buy their product and services. One very important example of disruptive technology is the internet. The internet is a massive network that connects computers all over the world and allows them to communicate with one another. Computers connected via the internet can send and receive information including text, graphics, voice, video, and software. The internet was essentially an emergency military communication system operated by the U.S. Department of Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, which called the network ARPANET. After that, all U.S. universities that had defense-related funding installed ARPANET computers, forming the first official internet network. So the internet was moved from the military as a network connecting military to be used for scientific purposes. The internet and the World Wide Web, or the 3 W's, are not synonyms. The www is just one part of the internet, and its primary use is to correlate and disseminate information. The internet includes the 3 W's and also other forms of communication systems such as emails. In the following, we are going through some important definitions related to the 3 W's. A World Wide Web, or 3 W's, provides access to internet information through documents including text, graphics, and audio and video files that use a special formatting language called Hypertext Markup Language. The Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, publishes hypertext on the 3 Ws, which allows users to move from one document to another simply by clicking a hotspot or link. So HTML is the language that can be understood by the World Wide Web. It's the programming language used to customize, to format websites and any internet domains. HTML5 is the current version of HTML. It's an advanced version that delivers everything from animation to graphics and music to movies. It can also be used to build complicated web applications and works across platforms including a PC, tablet, smartphone, or smart TV. Another very important definition that you must know of the internet is the Hypertext Transport Protocol, or HTTP. It's the internet protocol web browsers use to request and display web pages using Universal Resource Locators, or URLs. So in order for any website to be initiated, to be published online, there is some protocol, a set of rules and procedures that should be followed. These rules and procedures or protocol is known as the Hypertext Transport Protocol, or HTTP. A web browser allows users to access the 3 Ws. Of course, clear examples or simple examples of web browsers are Internet Explorers, Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. Universal Resource Locator, or URL, the address of a file or resource on the web. So any address we are going to enter to go to specific websites starts with 3 Ws. At the beginning, HTTP, then 3 Ws, and we start to write the name or the address of the website. For example, 3ws.apple.com, 3ws.microsoft.com, and so on. So the URL here means the address. Finally, we have the domain name hosting, or the web hosting, a service that allows the owner of a domain name to maintain a simple website and provide email capacity. So for example, any service provided to have a domain means whatever comes after it. For example, if we are talking about email domain, so class@hotmail.com is considered as hotmail.com is considered a web hosting our emails. Or if we have any content to be included inside a website, in this case we say that this website is hosting our content and publish the required content. World Wide Web, or the 3 Ws, is a very clear example of disruptive technology. the three W's started with Web 1.0, which is a term to refer to the World Wide Web during its first few years of operation between 1991 and 2003. Of course, the capabilities were very limited at that time. The most probably users were browsing the internet to get information, and web pages may contain very simple pictures, graphs, some hyperlinks, but it was not very sophisticated. The evolution of Web 1.0 started to continue, and one of the main reasons of this revolution is e-commerce. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. E-commerce refers only to online transactions. So in e-commerce, performing and finishing any transaction, any economic, any trading transactions using websites, using the internet, is an example of e-commerce. Of course, clear examples. If to mention some, if you want to mention some, Souq.com, Jumia, Jumia One, that enables you to pay your bills, and so on. A more advanced form of technology disruptive is e-business. E-business includes e-commerce along with all activities related to internal and external business operations, such as servicing customer accounts, collaborating with partners, and exchanging real-time information. So, e-business contains e-commerce. In e-business, you are trying, the company leaders are trying to electronize each aspect of their business processes. They are to make or take advantages of the internet. They are trying to connect their company internally and externally. They are trying to perform their transactions, trading transactions, using e-commerce and other technologies. Of course, e-business opened a new marketplace for any company willing to move its business operations online. Now we can see or witness a paradigm shift. What's paradigm meaning? A paradigm means that you have a set of concepts and beliefs. So a set of concepts and beliefs, the traditional one is to perform all the business transactions using paperwork and to conduct your usual trading processes following certain tasks and steps. But e-business caused a paradigm shift inside any organization, business organization. How is that? Any business organization nowadays understand and know the importance of information technology to enhance their competitive advantage. They know that they must follow technology in order to enhance their operations. If you have a very effective and efficient information system, you would enhance your operations. You would perform your tasks in less time. You will expense less money. Your expenses will be reduced, and of course, less effort. You would need less employees to perform all tasks that can be performed automatically using information systems. So paradigm shift happens when a new radical form of business enters the market that reshapes the way companies and organizations behave. Of course, today's the world is experiencing a very fierce fighting of coronavirus. E-business enabled many of the tasks to be performed without existing physically within the organization. You can pay your bills online. You can accomplish any requests or complaints. You can issue any complaints online. You can connect to any website and set your order and receive them while you are at home. So let's talk a little bit about the paradigm shift caused by e-business or e-business disruption of traditional industries. We have here many examples such as auto and a famous OLX.com or OpenSouk.com actually help to increase used cars dealers business as it drives millions of qualified leads to participating automotive dealers and private sellers. Another example of e-business disruption is publishing. Publishing with the internet, everyone can publish online content. Traditionally, publishers screened many authors and manuscripts and selected those that had the best chances of succeeding. Many sites such as ResearchGate turned this model around by providing self-publishing. Another example of e-business disruption in education and training. Now, continuing education in many fields is moving online. Governments can save millions by moving training and learning to the internet. In the entertainment disruption, the music industry was hit hard by e-business, and online music traders such as iTunes average billions of annual downloads. Unable to compete with online music, the majority of record stores closed. The next big entertainment industry to feel the effect of e-business will be the multi-billion-dollar movie business. Video rental stores are closing their doors as they fail to compete with online streaming and home rental delivery companies such as Netflix. Finally, in travel sites like Booking.com, Trivago, and Expedia are examples of leisure travel agency where the majority of travel agencies closed as a direct result of e-business. Both individuals and organizations follow e-business to enhance productivity, maximize convenience, and improve communications. Companies today need to deploy a comprehensive e-business strategy, and business students need to understand its advantages. There are many advantages of following e-business model. We are going to discuss 4 of them, which are expanding global reach, opening new markets, reducing costs, and improving effectiveness. Let's start with the expanding global reach. Easy access to real-time information is a primary benefit of e-business. We have 2 important definitions inside expanding global reach. Information richness, which refers to the depth and breadth of details contained in a piece of text, graphic, audio, or video information. Another important definition is information reach, which measures the number of people a firm can communicate with all over the world. Buyers need information richness to make informed decisions about purchases, and the sellers need information reach to properly market and differentiate themselves from their competitors. E-business operates 24 hours a day for 7 days a week. This availability directly reduces transaction costs, since consumers no longer have to spend a lot of time researching purchases or traveling great spaces to make them. The faster delivery cycle for online sales helps strengthen customer relationship, improving customer satisfaction, and enhancing and increasing sales. Promoting products online allows the company to precisely target its consumers, whether they are local or around the globe. A physical location is restricted by size and limited to those customers who can get there, while an online store has a global marketplace with customers and information seekers already waiting in line. The second advantage of e-business is opening new markets. E-business is perfect for increasing niche product sales. Examples of niche products, specialty foodstuffs such as expensive and high quality coffee, and customizable products such as toys, which can be individually tailored for children, such as choosing a specific color or size. 2 very important concepts for opening new markets. The first is mass customization, which is the ability of an organization to tailor its products or services to the customer's specification. The other important concept to enhance the competitive advantage when opening new market is personalization. Personalization occurs when a company knows enough about a customer's likes and dislikes that can fashion offers more likely to appeal to that person, say by tailoring its website to individuals or groups based on profile information, demographics, or prior transactions. Amazon is one of the most famous examples. that uses personalization to create a unique portal for each of its customers. If the company is not using e-business personalization, it definitely losing revenue. E-business personalization means showing individualized offers, products, and recommendations, and also other content to the visitors based on their previous actions, demographics, and other personal data. Personalization ensures that the company offers are relevant. So collecting data and analyze them properly is the key for customer segmentation to get right personalization. Examples of personalizations include adjust navigation to visitors' interest, recommend product categories based on browsing behavior, send personalized emails based on user behavior, use geolocation targeting, and suggest complementary products. The third advantage of e-business is reducing costs. In traditional sales models, a store is limited by shelf space when selecting products to sell. For this reason, store owners typically purchase products that will be wanted or needed by mass customers. And the store is stocked with broad products as there is no room on the shelf for niche products that only a few customers will be interested in. E-businesses such as Amazon and eBay eliminated the shelf space dilemma and were able to offer infinite products. Intermediaries are agents, software, or business that provide a trading infrastructure to bring buyers and sellers together. So intermediaries increase cost by getting commission and the costs of added value activities. The introduction of e-business brought about this intermediation, which occurs when a business sells directly to the customer online and cuts out the intermediary and saves money for commission and added value activities. This business strategy lets the company shorten the order process and add value with reduced costs or a more responsive and efficient service. The disintermediation of the travel agent occurred as people began to book their own vacations online, often at a cheaper rate. At Amazon, anyone can publish and sell print-on-demand books, online music, and customs calendars, making the publisher obsolete. In re-intermediation, steps are added to the value chain as new players find ways to add value to business processes. As business matures, it has become evident that to serve certain markets in volume, some re-intermediation may be desirable. Cybermediation refers to the creation of new kinds of intermediaries that simply couldn't have existed before the advent of e-business, including comparison shopping sites. Operational benefits of e-business include business processes that require less time and human efforts or can be eliminated. For example, the cost of sending out 1,000 direct mailing paper postage labor to the cost of compare this with the cost of a bulk of email campaign. Think about the cost of renting a physical location and operating phone lines versus the cost of maintaining an online site and conducting abroad phone calls using social media for free. Switching to an e-business model can eliminate many traditional costs associated with communicating by substituting systems. Online air travel, for example, reservation costs less than those booked over the phone. And online ordering also offers the possibility of merging a sales order system with order fulfillment and delivery so customers can check the progress of their orders at all times. E-business can also cheaply attract new customers with innovative marketing and retain present customers with improved service and support. One of the most exciting benefits of e-business is its low startup costs. Today, anyone can start an e-business with just a website and a great product or service. Using social media again, such as Facebook or some free website creators, you can start up a project without needing inventory or physical place as to a store to have your customers in this place. You can announce your business using social media and websites. You can promote your product. All of these activities of marketing and selling can be conducted online, mostly for free. Of e-business is improving effectiveness. Just putting a simple website doesn't create an e-business. E-business websites must be innovative, add value, and provide useful information. Shortly, they must build a sense of community and collaboration. Management information system measures of efficiency, such as the amount of traffic on site, don't tell the whole story. They do not necessarily indicate large sales volumes. Many websites, for example, with lots of traffic, have minimal sales. The best way to measure e-business success is to use effectiveness management information system metrics, such as the revenue generated by web traffic, number of customers acquired by web traffic, and reductions in customer service calls resulting from web traffic. Interactivity measures advertising effectiveness by counting visitor interactions with the target ad, including time spent viewing the ad, number of pages viewed, and number of repeat visits to the advertisement. Interactivity measures are a giant step forward for advertisers, since traditional advertising methods Newspapers such as newspapers, magazines, radio, and television provide few ways to track effectiveness. The ultimate outcome of any advertisement is purchase. Organizations using metrics to tie revenue amounts and number of new customers created directly back to the website or banner ads. Through clickstream data, they can observe the exact pattern of consumers' navigation through a site. Different types of clickstream metrics, such as the number of page views, the number of times a particular page has been presented to a visitor, also the pattern of websites visited, including most frequent exit page and the most frequent prior websites, also length of stay on the website, and dates and times of visit. Another clickstream data metric can be number of registrations filled out per 100 visitors, a number of abandoned registrations, demographics of registered visitors, a number of customers with shopping carts, also a number of abandoned shopping carts. When a visitor reaches a website, a hit is generated, and his or her computer sends a request to the site's computer server to begin displaying pages. Each element of a request page is recorded by the website server log file as a hit. Stickiness is the length of time a visitor spends on a website. On a website, clickstream analytics is the process of collecting, analyzing, and reporting aggregate data about which pages a website's visitor visits and in what order. Clickstream analytics is considered to be most effective when used in conjunction with other more traditional market evaluation resources. Since extremely large volume of data are gathered by clickstream analytics, many businesses rely on big data analytics and related tools to help interpret the data and generate reports for specific areas of interest. There are two levels of clickstream analytics: traffic analytics and e-business analytics. Website traffic analytics uses clickstream data to determine the efficiency of the site for the users and operates at the server level. Traffic analytics tracks data on how many pages are served to the user, how long it takes each page to load, how often the user hits the browser's back or stop button, and how much data is transmitted before the user moves on. The second type of analytics, which is website e-business analytics, uses clickstream data to determine the effectiveness of the site as a channel to market. Website e-business analytics tracks what the shopper puts in or takes out of a shopping cart, what items the shopper purchases, whether or not the shopper belongs to a loyalty program and uses a coupon code, and the shopper's preferred method of payment. Of course, businesses want their websites to be sticky and keep their customers' attention. To interpret such data properly, managers try to benchmark against other companies. For instance, consumers seem to visit their preferred websites regularly, even checking back multiple times during a given session. To interpret such data properly, managers try to benchmark against other companies. For example, consumers seem to visit their preferred websites regularly, even checking back multiple times during a given session.